Hello. Hi. It's Monday. End of the season is tomorrow. Esme Cuckoo is coming out. I don't know if I'm going to reach 90. But aside from the point, let's talk about what I'm about to show you guys. So I'm watching the Snapchat this morning while I'm making eggies for my little girl. And Alex said something where, bless his heart, I don't know why he thinks that this is a possibility after playing this game since the beginning, after doing so many different things and playing this game 10 times more than I ever have. Let's just get right into the clip about him talking about his theory about the way Esme Cuckoo is going to work.
And then the other side to this is because it says set its cost to 3, that makes me believe that it should work that if you hit Sarah with Cuckoo, right? If you hit Sarah is now technically a 3-costed card that will get buffed by Silver Surfer as well.
That's flat out wrong. That's not how it's going to last or how it's going to happen. And I'm just going to play a couple more seconds where it looks like Cozy knows that that's not the case at all. It will not work like that. And either he's being nice and not saying anything to Alex, or he is now second guessing himself because of what Alex is saying.
So I actually think that's pretty fascinating.
Yeah, it's always, but the set is curious there because we've seen stuff like, oh, does it change it to where Zabu can work and like things like that with 4-cost cards, and sometimes that's not the case. But if that is the case, then awesome, it could get buffed. Even if it's not, though.
I don't know if he's being nice or not, but that is definitely not how Esme is going to work. She does not change a card so that it is going to be changed into something that's going to be affected by Silver Surfer. Before we get into examples and explanation why, let's go into the look at what Esme is actually going to do to that. Now, obviously, I do not have Esme to show you guys, but we do have this video from Second Dinner.
Hey, Cuckoo. In Marvel Snaps, it clones a card from your deck and places it in your hand as a 3/4 teenager.
I'm pointing to the screen like you could see me pointing to the screen. We're going to pause when it comes to Jubilee.
I like to clone White Tiger and Jubilee.
So Jubilee, you can see, is a 4/1. So what's going to happen is this is going to be, when you highlight Jubilee, you click on her, it'll say Jubilee created by Esme Cuckoo, right? But it's still a Jubilee card.
Think fast.
And then it changes to a 3/4. It doesn't make a brand new card on its own that is a 3-cost card. It's just a card that costs 3. All right, so what does this mean when it comes to costs and costs, the terminology of some snap cards? Cost versus cost. So a 3-cost card is a card with a base cost of 3. Examples of this would be Silver Surfer, Morph, or Kyera. A card that costs 3 has its cost altered to 3. Loki, Baron Mordo, and Pixie are cards that will alter the cost of other cards. Cost is a card attribute, which means it is intrinsic to there. Silver Surfer is intrinsically a 3-cost card. Even if it costs you 1, 2, or 6 to play, it is still intrinsically a 3-cost card. 3-cost cards are always going to be a 3-cost card, even when it doesn't cost 3 to play. This goes with 1 cost, 2 cost, any other cost. It is an intrinsic value. The costs affect ends when that card is played. The way you can think about it is when you see something that costs something, that effect is only happening in your hand. Cost is when it's in play. All right? Costs is in hand. Cost is when it's in play. Super easy to understand, right? I don't know anyone has a problem with that. Here's some examples. Loki and Surfer. When I play Loki against a Silver Surfer deck, I am drawing 3-cost cards now that will cost me 2 to play. When I do play my Silver Surfer, the cards costing 2 will get buffed because those are intrinsically 3-cost cards. Because after I play a card that costs me 2, whatever it costs me to play, it doesn't matter anymore. That is gone. It is intrinsic to what the card is, the base cost of it. Another example is Spider-Ham and Thanos. Spider-Ham changes Thanos to a 6-cost pig. That is what Spider-Ham's effect is. Titan is revealed where 6-cost cards will now cost 1 less. Pig Thanos still costs 6 because Pig is a 0-cost card. Right? It's a 0-cost card that had its cost altered 2/6 because of Spider Pig, but intrinsically, Spider Pig is a 0-cost card. Looking at the card text of some of these cards, Electra, on reveal, destroy enemy 1- card here. For Goose, nobody can play a cards that cost here that cost 4, 5, or 6. On reveal, draw all cards that cost 0 from your deck. You can only play this where you have a 1-cost card. Seeing these will hopefully give you a better understanding of what this actually means. So when Goose is on the field, if a card costs you 4, 5, or 6 to play, you can't play that there. It's not saying that you can't play a 6-cost card there. It's saying you can't play a card that costs 6. Going back to Pixie, let's say Pixie swaps the cost of Nebula and Galactus, right? I can play Galactus on a location with Goose because Galactus now costs 1 because it took Nebula's cost. It has altered that cost. Nebula, while she's a 1-cost card, now she costs 6 because of her cost that was swapped with a 6-cost card, and I can't play her on Goose's location, right? Same thing, an easier example is, let's just play you're playing a 4-cost deck. Mostly you play Zabu, now your 4-cost cards are reduced down to a 3-cost. You can play it because Goose only cares about how much it costs for a card to be played at Goose's location, not the base cost of that card. I feel like I'm just going to confuse so many people. Going back to the main example of this, what Alex was talking about, Silver Surfer gives your other 3-cost cards +2 power. It doesn't give you the cards that cost you 3 because he will affect cards that are in play. And once a card is in play, no matter what they cost to play, that value is gone. It doesn't matter anymore. It just matters. He cares about what the intrinsic base cost of a card is. That is why Esme Cuckoo will not be affected, or the card that she creates will not be affected by Silver Surfer unless, of course, she targets a 3-cost card. If she targets Sage, because that's what Alex used, Sage is still a 3-cost card that Esme altered her cost to be 3. Doesn't mean that the cards that Esme changes will not be affected. It's just the cards that are anything but a 3-cost card will not work with Silver Surfer. Right? Final summary. Altering the cost of a card does not change its inherent cost attribute. So many big words. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm talking about. Speaking of 3-cost cards, this is something, this Cosmo would be affected by Silver Surfer, even if it's copied from Esme Cuckoo, because Cosmo is always a 3-cost card. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully the visualization of some of the cards will help you understanding what the difference between cost and costs are. Do not make a Silver Surfer deck with Esme Cuckoo thinking that Silver Surfer is going to buff the card that Esme creates. It will not. First person who tells me and argues why I am wrong on this, if I am proven wrong, I will get you a season pass. That's it. Just comment down below. First person who says I am wrong and why I'm wrong. If I am wrong, I will get you a season pass for next season. Thank you guys so much. Oh, and since it's Monday right now and the season comes tomorrow, I'm not going to do this until Wednesday. So a whole day into it. So if you're watching this past Wednesday, I'm so sorry. Not my fault. I love you guys. Like and subscribe. Comment on how cute this dog is. Have a good day.